For today's edition of The Law and You, we're talking about a boat. Let's bring in attorneys Greg Fellerman and Ed Ciarimboli from Fellerman and Ciarimboli in Kingston. Gentlemen, good to see you during the boating season here.
Thanks for having us, Dave.
All right, let's get to the question. It says, I was a passenger in a boat out on the lake, and the guy driving obviously didn't have much experience. It wasn't the owner of the boat. He made a hard turn to avoid someone else, and it got thrown against the side of the boat and busted up my arm. My insurance isn't covering the medical costs, so I want to know if I can sue the guy who was driving. What's the deal on this one?
Well, I am a boat owner, and so it's important for anybody who's operating a boat to know the rules of the lake and how to operate your boat safely. In this situation, what you may have is a case against the owner of the boat for letting someone driving the boat who doesn't have the proper experience. It would almost be a negligent entrustment issue where you're letting someone who doesn't have the skill or the license, the proper license to operate a boat. So the answer is yes, he can definitely take action against the boat owner and probably would have to sue the driver of the boat too.
Yeah, and what you want to do at this point to make sure that you're doing everything that you need to do to put you in a good position for this type of case, and ultimately get your medical bills paid. And if you're losing any time from work, you want to make sure that your lost wages are taken care of. Make sure you have good documentation. Make sure you keep track of all the money that you've spent for your medical bills, anything that you've had out of pocket, your lost wages, because as you move forward, those are going to be things that you can recover against the person who was negligent for driving that particular boat. And obviously during the boating season, this is something that we commonly see. The lakes are packed. There's a lot of people out there. Before you step onto the boat, make sure that the person who's driving the boat, one, they got insurance, and two, whoever's driving the boat, they have experience driving that boat. Because as Greg said, if somebody is getting onto a boat and they don't have experience driving that boat, you're taking your life at risk and everybody in that boat's life at risk.
All right, attorneys Greg Fellerman and Ed Ciarimboli, if our viewers need more help from you, how can they get a hold of you?
They can get a hold of us on our website at 714hurt.com or call us on the phone at 570-714-4878.
And also, if anybody has another Law and You question that they want answered, like us on our Facebook page, post your question, and then on the next segment of the Law and You, we'll do our best to try to answer that question for you.
All right, attorneys Greg Fellerman and Ed Ciarimboli, thanks so much for being here. We'll see you again tomorrow.
Thanks, Dave.
Thank you.